on DC News Now. It's getting cooler tomorrow. Meteorologist Damon Matson is tracking when we could see a chance for rain. Plus, a Jewish synagogue vandalized with anti-Semitic phrases, what we're learning from those who work there.
Small businesses are fighting back against the tariffs with a new campaign saying how the added costs are making it harder for them to survive. How DMV businesses say they're hurting.
Then it's been a rough winter, and that has a lot of people thinking about spring vacation. But how can you make it happen without breaking the bank? We're stretching your dollar with some great ways to save. And what's the key to a healthy relationship? We're talking to a couples therapist in this week's Women's Wednesday. Right now, we start with breaking news. A man is dead after a shooting in Northeast Washington, D.C. Fire confirming this to us moments ago. This is a live look at the scene right now. You see police there from D.C. as well as some other law enforcement in the area. D.C. police sharing on X that MPD's Internal Affairs Bureau is on scene of an officer-involved shooting involving the United States Marshal Service in the 3700 block of Hay Street in Northeast there, though they say no D.C. police officers were involved. Now, thanks so much for joining us for DC News Now at 4. Good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale. Mark Hall has the evening off. DC News Now's Ben Dennis. He's joining us live with the latest from the scene there. Ben, what are you learning?
Hey there, Annalisa. Yeah, certainly a developing story. Right now, we do have confirmed from the U.S. Marshal Service it was one of their own members on the force who shot and killed somebody here along Hay Street. It was a male victim. Still no word exactly the age. We have no idea who that person is. This is in the Mayfair neighborhood, just west of 295 and also across the interstate from the Minnesota Avenue Metro Station. Now, initial reports for this shooting came in around 2:30. D.C. police were very quick to tell us that this was not involving a member of the Metropolitan Police Department. D.C. Fire told us initially that that male victim who was shot did die. Again, no word on what led up to this, no word on the specifics, no word why the U.S. Marshal Service was apparently in the neighborhood right now. Key development right here. We're told that no law enforcement members have been hurt from the U.S. Marshal Service, from any other responding agencies, and D.C. police will now be taking over the communications here right now from Hay Street. Annalisa?
Yeah, Ben, just wondering about people in that area. How close is it to homes, schools?
Well, there are several apartment buildings here along Hay Street. It seems that there's no sense of urgency from law enforcement. It seems that apparently it's business as usual. People naturally around any shooting scene, they're curious as to what is going on. We arrived here not long ago. Some traffic diversion in the area, but it seems that police have a handle on this investigation. It does not seem that they are actively looking for anybody in terms of them running around, searching for any potential suspects. Again, all we can confirm at this point is that a member of the U.S. Marshal Service did apparently shoot and kill somebody. Unknown circumstances here in Northeast along Hay Street, and the victim, a male of an unknown age and identity, has died. Annalisa?
Ben, thanks so much. And let's take another live look at the scene from another vantage point here. Our photojournalist Matt Tinsala is on the scene as well. Here you can see police officers there looking around. Again, this shooting, causing for this road to be blocked here in the 3700 block of Hay Street, and police looking possibly for a suspect in connection to this case. We'll continue to track that with Ben throughout the hour and bring you the very latest. All right, let's turn over now to our forecast with meteorologist Damon Matson. And Damon, it has been a pleasant day. It is not cold out there. Well, not too cold. After the cold we have experienced, it feels relatively warm.
It's all relative, right,
Yeah.
Annalisa? Yeah, it's been feeling pretty decent, and throughout much of today as well, we've been able to hold on to those above freezing temperatures and keep this massive thaw, this massive melt, if you will, going. And speaking of, we actually were off on the right foot right off the bat early this morning. Temperatures did not really plummet all that much. Many of us woke up to readings still above freezing around sunrise, and that set the stage for us to climb back into the 40s, low 50s 50s for a brief moment around lunchtime today, but ever since, it has been gradually cooling down this afternoon because behind a cold front that swept through last night, the wind, it picked back up. Now we are seeing more intense winds across West Virginia, up into far western Maryland near Big Savage Mountain there. But for everybody else, well, the wind hasn't been all that intense, but still noticeable. 25 to 30 miles per hour coming out of the northwest, and that is pulling in some chillier air as time wears on. Now we've still managed to hang out in the 40s for the most part while the sun has been up, but once we head into those overnight hours, temperatures will be falling quite a bit more than they did last night. We'll be approaching freezing already by about 11 p.m. So it is getting chillier as we head toward the end of the week, but are we going to be able to keep our streak going of afternoon highs reaching above freezing as we head into the weekend? And on top of that, is there an incoming storm still happening on Sunday? And if so, what are the latest details with that? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thanks so much. Meantime, in Montgomery County now, police say a Jewish synagogue has been vandalized. They say signs outside that synagogue in Olney were painted with anti-Semitic phrases and symbols overnight, Monday and Tuesday. The synagogue's executive director says he's grateful this only involves signs, but Jerry Kiwi telling us it's still not right.
Obviously, it's horrible. You'd like to think that people will respect your property, and you know, a synagogue's right to be what it is. It's not appropriate.
$1,000 reward is now being offered for information leading to an arrest. Also happening right now in the district, more than 100 rabbis leading the Jewish community in a protest outside ICE's headquarters. Now, that protest happened outside in Southwest Washington as protesters stood in solidarity with immigrant communities in opposition to express their opposition to detention and deportation practices. And back over to Montgomery County now, a 16-year-old student will remain behind bars after this week's shooting at Wootton High School. The suspect is charged with shooting another student in a school hallway on Monday. DC News Now's Dave Laval joining us live from Rockville and with the latest now on this hearing. Dave, what are you learning?
Good afternoon to you, Annalisa. What we can tell you is Judge Michael Glenn denied bail for 16-year-old Khalil White Villatoro. We released his name because he's charged as an adult. The teen is charged with attempted second-degree murder and first-degree assault, plus various gun-related charges. Villatoro is said to have wounded a 16-year-old boy at the school Monday and pointed a gun at a 15-year-old female classmate. The suspect is said to have used a ghost gun. It also came out during today's bond hearing. Villatoro only recently transferred to Wootton High School. We have not been told why. Prosecutors also called for school resource officers to be placed back on campuses. The school district removed them in 2021. As we said earlier, Villatoro has been ordered held without bond in adult jail. He returns to court February 20th for preliminary hearing. We're live in Rockville, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. Also in Maryland, Governor Wes Moore delivering his fourth State of the State address today. And while Governor Moore spent time addressing his concerns about issues in the White House, he also spent time addressing issues impacting Marylanders like inflation and the increasing price of goods.
We will work together to contain prices where we can, to grow our economy because we must, and build new pathways to work and wages and wealth.
According to the Baltimore Banner, 18 Democratic governors are refusing to attend a dinner at the White House with President Donald Trump after Governor Moore and a Colorado governor were uninvited. Well, for a second time now, Virginia lawmakers are considering a bill that could bring a casino to Fairfax County. It comes after last year's efforts stalled. The state Senate is now considering Bill 756 with a major change. FFXNow.com says the amendment drops limitations to where the casino could be built in the area. The original bill wanted the casino to be built in Tysons. Also, right now, service is back to normal on the Metro Orange Line after a car was on the Metro Rail tracks in Virginia. This all happened earlier today near the Cedar Lane overpass. Fairfax County fire crews say one person was taken to the hospital. That person is expected to be okay. Orange Line services between West Falls Church and Vienna was paused for a few hours. Crews are now looking into how the car ended up on the tracks. Also on the move tonight, WMATA announcing station closures that begin this weekend. The Crystal City station will be closed every weekend until June 21st. Starting March 7th, the National Airport and Potomac Yard stations will also be closed every weekend until May 17th. Free shuttle buses will be provided at closed locations. Officials say during that time, the Crystal City location will get a second entrance to help with accessibility for riders. And right now, the Kennedy Center with leaders, they're planning some significant staff cuts ahead of a major renovation under President Donald Trump. This all according to the Washington Post. Now, Tuesday, the center's president told employees most departments will be reduced to some small teams with some operations paused until a planned reopening in 2028. Now, he said the goal there is to maintain core operations while preparing for reopening. The venue is expected to close as early as July for the 2-year renovation project. Also right now, Montgomery County's Department of Transportation's ride-on buses are helping a nonprofit to open their doors to students who want to know more about STEM. It's all a partnership with the Learning Undefeated in their Emerging Leaders program. They provide science classes, lab experiences, and career help to high school and college students who want to get into STEM. The partnership will eliminate fare payments for students in that program. Last year, the county eliminating fare payments for students ages 5 to 18 in the county who also use a Youth Cruiser Smart Trip card. The program has helped more than 200 county students.